Several Bemidji residents have voiced their concerns recently with the location of what could be the first cannabis dispensary within Bemidji city limits. A public hearing held by the Bemidji Planning Commission earlier tonight determined whether First City Cannabis would be approved for a business permit. Our reporter Matthew Freeman attended that meeting to see what the Planning Commission decided.
Due to some confusion about the language used in Minnesota cannabis buffer zones, the Bemidji Planning Commission tabled their hearing in December with First City Cannabis to approve them for an interim use permit. Because the proposed location is very close to a daycare and a youth gymnasium facility, the commission tabled their decision until tonight's meeting to clarify where building measurements should begin.
I did some research on some other cities within Minnesota on cannabis ordinances. The city of Otsego, Sherwood, and Yellow Medicine County determines their buffer zone from the outside wall of the cannabis building to the property line of a buffered, whether it be a school or a daycare. Some like Aiken County and Beltrami County actually doing it from property line to property line. State statute has none. It says it's up to the local entities to determine that buffer zone and how it's measured.
But commissioners were still in disagreement on whether to approve the permit based on their findings. If you measure from the building of the proposed dispensary to the building of the nearby Candyland Learning Center, the measurements well exceed the 500 feet buffer requirement. But from property line to property line measures to 453 feet, which would fall into the buffer zone.
I've been doing real estate for 25 years. Every single project has a property line. I've talked to many brokers in the area about it in real estate. They've never used anything else but property lines. And I just don't think it should be approved for that location.
Some commissioners felt that due to the unclear language used in Minnesota cannabis statutes, the Planning Commission had no reason to deny First City Cannabis's permit.
We're kind of relying on a lot of gray areas when things as currently written and as set up are more black and white. But as of right now, I don't think it's right to make a decision based on our state legislators' comments, changes that might happen.
The commissioners ended up voting 3-3 to deny the permit for the proposed dispensary. Because the vote was split, that decision now gets pushed to the Bemidji Planning Board.
It could have gone worse. I'm eternally optimistic. I believe that this is a very reputable business that the community needs, it deserves. I also believe that adult activities and youth activities coexist in our community, and I'm doing it the legal way. I'm following all regulations to get what I believe that we could use in our community.
The Bemidji Planning Board's next meeting on February 9th will determine if First City Cannabis is approved for an interim use permit. Reporting in Bemidji, I'm Matthew Freeman, Lakeland News.
And in other news at that meeting, Commissioner Michael Mielhaus was nominated as the Bemidji Planning Commission Chair for the 2026 year, along with Commissioner Tim Favor, who was nominated as Vice Chair.
Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.